Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Lois and welcome back to the Super Hostile Modded Mod Pack. We are playing a brand new map. This is Super Hostile Dalania by Vex. So this map, I don't know too much about it. It is a little bit interesting because this is technically the first map that was kind of for the Super Hostile Mod Pack. It's not exactly the mod pack was made with this. So this map you can play in vanilla Minecraft, not a problem, or you can play in the mod pack. We are playing in the mod pack because why not? It wasn't made for the mod pack per se, but I believe the first one was Spellbound Caves 2 or Vexylvania, which is another map we'll get to after this one. A third map has just released recently as of recording this. So that'll be exciting once we get to that. There was actually an update in the quest book with the Astral Market. There were some things that were changed, but there is the Sanguine Conquest, which sounds really interesting. But I wanted to play Dalania first, and so that's what we're going to do. We're in this little starting area with a bunch of barrier blocks everywhere. I don't know why subtitles are on. I don't play with subtitles. You are the victory monument. Click. Alright. We will read that in a second. So there are some signs around here. Most of this is not anything that's too interesting or anything. Thank yous and all that kind of stuff. We are freezing because it is really cold here. So let's read this and then we'll jump into the world. Long ago, when the world was new, places of power known as Wool, I don't know if I said that anywhere correctly, formed all over the land. Early peoples could sense these places and built shrines known as fleecy boxes to mark them. Adventure seekers would visit these shrines, not knowing the true power of the Wool. Oh, it's wool. Okay. It just clicked in my head what that meant. The people of the world learned many things, but it was only recently that the ability to focus upon the wool and gain its power was realized. Now you are one of the adventurers seeking this power to make you stronger and grant you mastery over the world. Hi guys, Vex here. Welcome to the world of Super Hostile. You play the role as an adventurer starting their campaign in the continent of Dalania. You can play this map in vanilla Minecraft, but it was designed to be played with the Super Hostile Mod Pack. The goal is find 16 places of power. In older maps, you brought the wool to a victory monument, but now you are the victory monument. Remember to treat yourself as such. You matter. This map features 5 classes to choose from. To pick a class, hold a wooden weapon or tool in your offhand slot at dawn or dusk. The more wool you get, the more powerful class hat you can get. So this is an important book. You are the victory monument. Use at least easy, never peaceful. You may leave the map boundaries and go into generated terrain, but we're probably not going to. That's going to be really terrifying. Survive in any way you can think of, but do not exploit command blocks. That's it. Okay. People of Dalania use gold as currency. Alright. Traders are very shy and make extensive use of vending machines. In the folder for this map, there is bonus material. It's a really cool map of Dalania that I worked hard on. Also a spoiler map if you are stuck. Okay, so when starting this map, you'll be taken to a tutorial area. Get your bearings there before continue. Figure out how to get a class hat and get used to that hat. And if using the mod pack, learn about that too. So we should be a little bit better with the mod pack now that I'm a little bit more familiar with it. That thing about you being the victory monument, I'm serious. Yes, in real life, treat yourself like someone you're responsible for helping. Wow. We are actually a victory monument. Well, let's get out of here before we freeze to death. So Old Man's Fort. It is night. We washed up in the Swords of Dalania. It has some I don't know if it's supposed to load that way, but it has some MMO feels to it. There once was a Super Hostile MMO. And we got some quests just because of reasons. Bestiary, Ancient Warfare, some basic tools. The quest book, which I don't think there's going to be any specific quests for this mod pack. There wasn't for anything else. But looks like for the most part there is some new quests. These were added recently. These are new to everything. I'm playing on the current, the most current, at least of the recording version of the mod pack. So there is some new things, whatnot. But click. Hi there. Scattered all over Dalania are these bookshelves attached to command blocks. This is a tell raw command that whispers text directly to you. These blocks are used throughout to reveal narrative information without clogging your inventory up with books. That is actually a really good idea of how to deal with that. Now I want to see the class hats. I think I'm a fighter. We'll start with a fighter. We'll hold this in our offhand for now. And yes, we need to click more. You find a worn note stuck next to the door. If you're reading this, then you are one in a long line of people to wash up on the shore here. You are on an island off of the southern coast of Dalania. Excuse me. I'm a retired adventurer. I guess you can just call me old man. Every year I try to swing by and maintain this place. I don't know enough about ocean currents to tell you why people arrive here, but they do. Use what you need from the fort, but try not to trash the place too much or hog every stack of supplies. Alright, well, I love some water, more than anything. The meditation spot. Alright, we looked at more stuff. Normally when you meditate on your inner power, it must be done at mythical times of dawn or dusk while you're holding a wooden focus, aka sword, weapons, wooden tools. This spot is magically enhanced to allow you to meditate at any time, but you still need to hold the wooden. Okay, so we can click this, and we gained the ability of the fighter. What that entails, okay, so interestingly, we have a glass block on our head now. We have 20 extra health, 30 attack damage, buff aurora haste, and projectile protection 1. So I guess we can never actually use a helmet, which is interesting. Finally, find a hastily scribbled message. Hey kid, old man again. If you follow this path out of the old fort, it goes up into the mountains. There's some ruins up there, and a long time ago there was a place of power there. Yeah, a wool. Not anymore. The ley line shifted and it's gone. The old fleecy box is still there, and I bet you could get a lot of adventuring experience by finding it. Be warned, nighttime is really dangerous. Be careful when the sun sets. Yeah, it's currently night. There is a bunch of stuff though that we're gonna explore here. We're probably not gonna get too far into this map today, but I am like really curious. Yeah, we're not going out there. There's gonna be bad things out there. We're in a mushroom island though, so nothing can spawn here. But let's find secrets. Water boiler. We're gonna take all the water because that's very smart. We're gonna take a good bit of charcoal. I will leave some. We're getting a lot of tasks completed, and this is, I believe, like the really early stuff. Not gonna worry too much about that stuff for now. Alright, so a note reads, oh boy, a lot of reading. If you're a traditional mindset, you'll have to stick with leather armor here. If you're living life to the fullest, you can probably rig up some wood or rock armor and leave. Oh, okay, so if you're playing in the mod pack, we can have wood or rock armor. If you're playing in vanilla, you need leather armor. At least those of a traditional mindset use less energy and seem not have to deal with hydration, right? Or freezing or overheating to death. So that's something. Yeah. Alright, what else we got? Those living on the edge of adventure know when to improvise. Why make meat out of raw chicken when you could pluck it clean for feathers or press thin plates of wood into paper? Well, if you think outside the vanilla box, you totally can. Yeah. So basically, if you're playing in the mod pack, there's other things you can do. Take what you need, leave what you can. I'm going to take 2 stacks of wood and some blocks. Some of this stuff I'm going to take the bread. I'll leave the chicken. I just want to look at the sand. We'll take some sand. We will leave these. We don't need the quest book because we can open the quest whenever we want. Some string would be nice. Some arrows would be nice. Okay, we'll leave some stuff. I'm not too concerned about taking everything. I'm not going to be mean. Okay, there are a lot of things everywhere. Oh boy. I wasn't prepared to read a lot, but we're going to read a lot. Alright, hint. Check the folder bonus materials for map folder. Yes. I might take a look at that on my own. I don't know if I will do anything with that. Maybe I will show it at some point, but the world is big. Buy horse spawn eggs in most town. Using a horse will dramatically reduce travel time. I do wonder if there is a good place to kind of set up shop for us. If you're playing modded, make an atlas and a backpack. Yes. Oh, you are so nice. We are going to immediately make a backpack. So I'm assuming that was the way to make it. It is indeed. We could make more, but we will leave this stuff in here. I'll take some leather. I'll take a half a stack of leather. But backpacks are amazing. If you don't recall, don't they go here? I don't remember how to put the backpack on. Oh, right. Shift and break to wear. So now it's on us. You can't tell, but I can hit B and there is my inventory. So basically, we're going to keep that. That's important. If you don't remember from the last mod pack map we played, Super Hostile Spellbound Caves 2, the backpack is really important because when we die, which we will probably die, we drop our items. However, the backpack stays with us, as well as whatever's in our hand, and anything that's enchanted with soulbound. So there's a couple things that will stay with us. Kind of nice. Master using the atlas is also going to be important. I think it's just like this. I'm going to assume. Empty atlas. We'll open that up. And it is a map. It's not very useful right now. But we'll deal with that. If your vanilla creepers have a tiny chance to drop shulker box. That's kind of cool. So there is nothing. Okay. So a bunch of beds. Nobody owns any of these. They're probably Legend of Maxi Spawn. Alright, what's this say? Little fighter, okay. Oh, max enemy spawns. Okay. Little fighter, little priest, stay inside when the moon doth feast, eating up the sky so whole. Pray the earth is riddled with holes, for if it's not, ye beware. Maxi spawn fills the air, spreading monsters, spreading fears, crushing hopes and dreams held dear. Okay. So we are going to yeah, we read that sign. Alright, we read all the signs in here. That led nowhere. Let's see what's in here. Teleport to places. Okay. Cool. So we can get teleporters. But they do cost money. Let's read this one first. Oh boy, I'm reading a lot in this episode. I apologize if this is not what you expected. There's a lot of lore right at the beginning of the game. So, a note reads, I hired a mage to make some one-way teleporters even after the grants from several adventuring guilds. They were very expensive. Sorry kid, but I have to charge for them. It's probably for the best. You probably shouldn't be running off into the world too quickly. Also, this might be your first time seeing standard pattern vending machines. They take exact change and will eat your money if you have less than the required amount. Okay, so if you have less than, so that would be 3 gold ingots. If you have less than that, it will just eat your money. Kingdom of Dalan. They're paranoid and slightly xenophobic, but we live in a world with giant monsters, so who can blame them? I was always annoyed at how they claimed the title of true Dalanians, but everyone from this continent is technically Dalanian. Nobody else seems to care, so I guess I'm being pedant? Pedantic. He's being pedantic, I believe. Dalan Island is well protected, although moving on from their area will require a boat. The Draconic Ossuary, the White Dungeon, can be found in Adam Mountains near the headlands of... Alright, a lot of lore. I'm going to click these and you can read them if you'd like. Wow, this is even... Kingdom of Jinton is the second oldest... Okay, I'm going to read it, I guess. The Ancient War of Artus, ravaged world, parts of... Okay. They're kind but somewhat soft people, used to centuries of peace. Well patrolled and largely safe. Due to this safety, there isn't a dungeon nearby, but I suppose the closest one's Crystal Claves, Cyan Dungeon. It's close if you're flying, but actual travel by ground will be lengthy and bothersome. It lies somewhere southward in the North Buckle Mountains, but the dungeon is technically in another territory. More text. Trinity Union claims New Ascor as its capital. Union is newest broken away from Jinton fairly recently. Church of the Trinity. Bit too bureaucratic. Although the formation was peaceful, the relationship with Jinton is chilled. They're a landlocked polity with no access to sea trade. To add their problems, they are frontline of all the monsters wandering in from the northeastern Deadlands. So there is an area that is full of monsters. They don't have a bridge choke point to destroy to solve their problems. The Halls of Iron, the Grey Dungeon, is the closest known dungeon straight north. Alright, this is telling us where a lot of dungeons are and kind of general idea. So Menka, saying that one wrong. Jewel of Desert, so it's a desert area. They just merged victorious with a war with fire giants from overseas, which is why they're now a sultanate and no longer a principality. Gotta love the political titles of these places. I will give Vex credit. This has some fantastic lore. I know Vex the map maker is fairly big into the like RPG stuff and medieval style, I think. I can't remember the exact games. I remember him playing a long time ago, but you can definitely tell there's a lot of classic RPG influence here. So let's see. Fortunate town for adventurers to the west on Sunset Isle is the Hungering Hold, the Brown Dungeon. Probably an easy dungeon. To the north across the bay is the Crystal Caves. And then the Yellow Dungeon over there. And then Siren's Cove is a town entirely of monster girls. Okay, so where does it start? Okay, note reads. Siren's Cove is a strange town, not one I would recommend for anyone in the most steadfast. It is a town entirely of monster girls. If you're of the vanilla persuasion, the girls will be far too shy to show themselves to you. However, if you live life to the fullest, you can spend some time with them. Try not to get robbed, seduced, charmed, and... yeah. Basically, they're going to ruin us. As for dungeons, rumor that much adventure can be found upriver from the town. And naturally is closest settlement to the Dead Library, which is marked on even the basic maps. Okay, lots of information. There is a lot of stuff. But there are teleporters. That's good to know. What is over here? Nothing. There is a bunch of pigs, and there is a road. So let me get my inventory kind of sorted a little bit. We are going to take this bed, and I'm going to take all the stuff out of this. I actually don't need to know about max spawn. I am well familiar with max spawn. Some water bottles, some extra water bottles, the planks. We'll keep the bed on us. Let's go ahead and make some just basic armor. And let's actually go do something. So lots of text. That is fine. It is a first episode type of thing. Uncommon, common, and common. Not bad. We just need to eat You know what? Let's make a bow as well. And at some point I will need to get some torches. But for right now, I'm not going to worry too much about that. So we have some basic gear. Now, if you don't remember, there is the skill thing. We'll get into that later. There's also, there's a lot of stuff to go through. But for now, I think what we're going to do, it is daytime. I want to look real quick. Is this just like really low? Okay. And I just can't see very far because it's kind of an optical illusion. The ground is down there and then the water level. Yeah, okay. That makes a lot more sense with how that's formed. We'll shut the gate behind us. So there are some pigs around. The fort itself has seen better days, and it's about to be nighttime. But we're just going to immediately sleep. So we are going to have a bunch of... We're going to have a bunch of things spawning. Hopefully most of them are passive. But we're going to follow the road for now and see where it leads us. The big thing that I'm kind of worried about, yeah, we're going to have dryads and all that. We are playing in the modded, which is fine. It looks nice. And I'm going to definitely want to look at the map at some point. Again, I might show it. I might not do that for this episode, but at some point I will show the map in some form. So there is something here. Bunch of sand. So what exactly is this? Alright, well, there is a staircase. What are these? These are slabs. Of course they are. Alright. You find the hastily scribbled message. Collapse building or ideal place to dive into when you forget how low the sun was getting. You be the judge. A smart adventurer always knows where the good fallback location is. I actually read that correctly. So I don't trust anything. And I'm going to take the chest because I like storage. And we're going to use those. So at some point we are going to need, I do wonder, can we make a stone pick with, it requires cobblestone. Can we get cobblestone? We can. Okay. So that is good to know. We can actually just get cobblestone whenever we want. And at some point we're going to have to, I'm going to have to deal with the elements and deal with not only, okay, that's suspicious. Alright, it's nothing. We're going to have to deal with a lot of things. This is probably showing us that we can hide in trees. A lot of adventures carries blocks with them, but ladders can also be incredibly useful, especially in areas with a lot of trees. A few ladders combined with a tree will make a basic shelter and do so slightly faster than the same thing made out in the open with only blocks. That is very true. And this is actually a pretty, this is pretty good advice. I'm going to break some stone. And let's see. First of all, we're going to make a crafting table. And then we are going to make a stone pick and a stone. I can't use that yet. We need mining 3. We'll get there. But we're also going to get a stone sword. And hopefully we can get So we need attack 3 and mining 3. So can we get enough of that? So there is mining 3. We certainly can. Alright. So that is good enough for now. And so this looks like it goes this direction. I don't expect too much terribleness. There might be some traps and whatnot. I already hear zombies. Dungeons are most full of monsters during daytime as they have nowhere else to manifest. You can have an easier time in a dungeon if you enter at night, and some monsters will be roaming the overworld. Yeah, so basically, it is good. Let's actually put our bed down, set our spawn point, and we're going to grab a little bit of this charcoal. Let's do like 6. Make another set of sticks. And get some torches. Blocks. Perfect. Alright, so our spawn point is set. We're gonna stick our head in here, but not do too much. We're just gonna do one of those. So there is some stuff to explore. There's other stuff over here. This is actually well lit. We're gonna just stick our heads in here. I see a chest there. Okay. So we definitely have things to look into. However, this episode has kind of gone on long enough. We're gonna just peek our head over this ridge as well. Just because I'm curious if we can see anything, and we can't. Alright, so there is definitely a lot of stuff we could do. We're going to explore these 2 dungeons in next episode. We're going to start in the beginning of the episode, and we're going to see what we can find. We might explore to the top of the mountains, I don't know. I'm going to look at the map and kind of get an idea. I might even print it out. That is something I might, that's tempting. But anyways, that is going to be it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Lots and lots and lots of lore. But going out from here, we should start having a little bit more in terms of actual, adventuring. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. And so far, I like the map. There is a lot of info, and it's a lot of stuff dumped on you. It is nice. I'm glad I didn't start with this one. I'm glad I started with Spellbound Caves. Just because getting used to the mod pack is going to be a lot nicer. And honestly, I should probably make some of these other swords, but it does require, I guess it requires leather. We do have some leather, so that's something we'll look into as well. Anyways, I'm rambling. That's going to be it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!